Most businesses fail. In fact, some estimates suggest that around half of all small businesses will not make it past the 5-year mark. That is why some people spend years trying to find a perfect business idea only to end up chasing trends that disappear just as quickly as they appeared. However, what if instead of chasing the next big thing, you actually focus on sectors that have survived the recessions, inflation, housing crashes, pandemic, or even technology? Today, we are counting down 10 businesses that consistently outperform others because they solve a problem that people can't seem to stop having. But of course, I have to give you a disclaimer. No business is guaranteed to succeed. Management matters, marketing matters, execution matters. But the ideas I'll be giving you have one thing working in their favor. People need them, whether the economy is booming or crashing. Whether the economy is booming or crashing, you cannot do without them. Let's start with number 10, and that is funeral services. This is not a business most people dream about starting, but there's a reason why we have it on the list. If we're talking about industries where there's consistent demand for a certain service, funeral services is on that list. Economy can only influence how much people choose to spend on funerals, but it does not eliminate the need for it. So regardless of whether the economy is booming or crashing, you need funeral services. Families will always need funeral arrangements, cremation services, burial planning, and even something like, memorial planning as well. The reason why this business survives is simple. Demand is unfortunately guaranteed. While most industries rise and fall based on consumer trend, funeral services, unfortunately, is not like that. People are going to die regardless. Whether the economy is doing well or the economy is not doing well, people are going to die. Whether people like it or not, they will die. People die of natural causes. People die of accidents. People die of sicknesses. Anything can cause the death of someone. And where do we put dead bodies? In funeral homes. So the thing is, you will always have customers. Customers will find you. You only need to exist. Yes, I know it's not glamorous, and that is why most people tend to avoid it. But then that is also what you need. A business that most people would rather not do. And that means less competition for you and more customers for you. Number 9 is laundromat. Stay with me. If you ever walk past a laundromat and force yourself, there's no way that business makes money. You're not alone in that line of reasoning. But laundromats have been creating wealth for years. Think about it. People can postpone buying a car, buying a house, going on vacation, buying a new phone, but no one can postpone having a clean clothes. Most people think that laundromats make their money from washers, from dryers, from wash and fold, from vending machines, but that is not true. Where most laundromats make money from is commercial laundry contracts. That is where they make money from. Commercial contract is where the money is. Commercial laundering is very profitable because you are not dependent on individuals or households who come once a week to wash their clothes. You're actually dependent on businesses that generate laundry every single day. Instead of you serving individuals and households only, you are serving people like hotels, motels, spas, gyms, hospitals, nursing homes, even like industries where the employees wear uniform. You have so many industries that you can serve, if you have a laundromat. And most of these businesses actually need you to launder their clothes every single day or at least multiple times a week. And the good thing about this business and what makes it attractive is that your customers return like day after day, week after week, year after year. So you have contracts running for like years. The best businesses out there don't just get customers, they also keep their customers as well. And that is why a laundromat is very good for that. As long as you're doing a good job, they'll keep coming back. All the business needs from you is for you to be stable and reliable. And once they can trust you, you have their patronage for life. Number 8, pest control. Nobody wants termites eating their house. Nobody wants mice running through their restaurant. Nobody wants to see cockroaches in their kitchen, which means that a pest control company solves a problem that most people have and are ready to get rid of. If you go about, you see pests every single day. People complain about pests all the time. Pests cause a real damage and problem for people. In most cases, the customer is not hiring you because they want to hire you. They need to hire you. They have no choice but to hire you. Have you ever met someone with bedbug infestation? They will literally burn down the house if you let them. Bed bugs are a pain in the ass, and I don't wish it on my worst enemy. If you go to someone's house and they have mice or cockroaches or bed bugs in the house, how would you feel about that? And mind you, most restaurants, not most, every single restaurant knows that someone finding a pest in your establishment is a taint on your reputation. If, for instance, a customer sees like cockroaches or like mice running through your establishment, what do you think is going to happen? So restaurants or hotels will not only call you to eradicate what is already there, but also to avoid any future occurrence at all. What do they say? Prevention is better than cure. Even better, most companies actually operate like on recurring contracts. They have you come back like every month or like quarterly in order to fumigate the area to prevent pests or to get rid of what is already there. This contract will help to create like recurring income or predictable income, and also long-term customer-like service or patronage. The good thing about this business is you're not selling a product. What you're selling is peace of mind. So have you noticed the pattern with all the businesses I've mentioned so far? These are not businesses that people necessarily want. They need them. They cannot do without them. Number 7 is waste removal or junk hauling. Every single human produces some form of trash every day. And also one of the businesses we tend to underestimate is hauling things away that people no longer need. Think about how often people clean, renovate, even divorce, downsize, or even like close down their businesses. Every one of those situations will create some form of junk. And the good thing is junk has to go somewhere. What's fascinating is junk hauling does well whether the economy is good or bad. If the economy is good, people buy more things and they need space to store them. And if the economy is bad, people have to downsize, so they need somewhere to keep the things that they have. Either way, someone is getting paid to move things. Again, like the others, it's not exciting, but it will certainly make you money. Have you ever called one of these guys before to haul something for you? You know that price is not cheap. Number 6 is cleaning business. This is one of the most simplest ones on the list, and it's also somehow the most overlooked one. Every home needs to be cleaned. Offices need cleaning. Hospitals need cleaning. Medical facilities need to be cleaned. Airbnbs, hotels, spas, every single building out there needs to be cleaned. And let's not forget schools. You know how that goes. The opportunity here is massive because cleaning is not optional. You cannot do without cleaning. A dirty office or establishment will drive away customers. If an Airbnb or a hotel is dirty, what's going to happen? Bad reviews. If a school is dirty, what's going to happen? If a hospital is dirty, what's going to happen? If, a nursing home is dirty. We cannot afford to have places dirty. That's all I'm trying to say. Many cleaning companies usually start with 1 or 2 people and a few $100 worth of products here and there. And before you know it, they grow and start raking in a lot of money. Whenever you go to any establishment, the first thing you notice is the state of that establishment. Is it clean or not? Every single company or business needs a cleaner, and sometimes they will rather outsource it or even have a contract with a cleaning company to ensure that the place is always clean. The good thing is most people are good at cleaning, but they're very poor at marketing, so they hardly get the clients. So if you have the client base, the cleaners will come to you and they'll work for you. Every single business out there needs to stay clean. If you go to a restaurant or an establishment and there's trash everywhere, will you feel comfortable offering them your patronage? I don't think so. Number 5, plumbing services. When a pipe bursts, what do? They call a plumber immediately. If your toilet gets clogged, do you wait for the next paycheck before you start repairing it? No. You call the plumber right away. The good thing is every single building, or at least most buildings out there, have some form of plumbing. So whatever building you go to, they always seem to have some form of plumbing in there. And that is what makes plumbing one of the strongest businesses you can ever go into. Unlike most businesses, plumbing is usually urgent. Once there's something off with the plumbing, you need to call a plumber right away. That urgency is also what creates a high demand, and people are more willing to pay in order for you to fix that problem. When plumbing breaks down, they need to call you right away. They cannot afford to postpone that because it's going to cause them more damage than whatever you're charging them. And mind you, year after year, we have less plumbers because younger people don't want to go into that business. So that means more business for you. Number 4, storage facilities. Storage units are one of the most boring businesses ever created, but they're also one of the most profitable as well. And here's why. This business makes money from every major life event, and life happens every single day. When people are moving, downsizing, going through a divorce, or even trying to expand their business, they need some form of storage. Many customers start out thinking that they're going to rent the storage for a month, and before you know it, it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and you still have that facility and you're paying for that. And the good thing is, because the customer is the one storing their stuff away, you actually don't need much staff on ground. 1 or 2 people can actually run a facility for you. But of course, that is just a part of the money. Most of these businesses actually make more money from the add-ons. What are these add-ons? Packing supplies. When people are moving, they need boxes, tape, bubble wrap, other things even locks as well. And they have serious markup on these items. They buy them very cheap and they sell them very expensive. The other way they also make money is by storing boats and RVs for people. Because for some people that have a boat or an RV, they usually don't have the space at home to store them. So these facilities will offer you a space to store that for you in exchange for money. And for people that have RV or trailer storages, they tend to charge more than regular ones. The other way they make money also is from small businesses. Most small businesses have small space as well. So they need somewhere to store their equipment and their items and all. And that is money guaranteed. You are sure that this business always needs a space from you. And let's not forget that these storage units tend to partner with movers, realtors, junk removal services. And that is also another avenue for them to make money. Now we're coming up. Number 3 is childcare services. Parents can cut back on restaurants, buying toys, going on vacation, buying things for their children. But every working parent needs some form of childcare service. For millions of families out there, childcare is not luxury, it's actually a necessity. The demand is growing more and more because unfortunately now, most households actually depend on 2 incomes. In the past, they used to depend on one, and then one parent can stay home and cater for the children and all. People cannot afford that anymore. The economy is so bad that 2 people need to be working to sustain a household. This is why most of the quality childcare providers out there tend to have a very long waiting list. And the other thing that sustains this business and why you are sure of patronage is trust. People patronize you based on trust. If you do a good job, you always have customers. Once parents discover someone that is good with their children, they hardly want to switch. They rather stay with you. And once you capture a family, if they keep having more children, those children are bound to come to you eventually, and they will also likely recommend you to their friends and families. Sorry, I went to eat. Where was I? As I was saying, there is no good daycare out there that does not have a long wait list, and that is because that business will never go out of business. Sometimes mothers actually need to register with the daycare before the child is even born for you to see, how in demand that business is or that service is. Number 2 is home health care. One of the biggest trends that you cannot ignore in healthcare is the aging population. People are aging faster than new babies are being born. And the thing is, most people assume that seniors go to what they call it, nursing homes when they age, But the truth is, most of them actually prefer to remain in their home, so they will rather avail of services that help them remain in their home instead of going to the nursing homes. And that, my friends, is where you come in. Home health care helps make that possible. In home health care, you are delivering nursing assistance, even help with medication, ADLs, and the rest of them. Unlike other businesses that tend to depend on trends, home health care is not like that. It's based on the aging population, and you will always have aging population. One thing that people cannot control is death and aging. People will always age, just like people will always die. So you are sure that, you will always have a customer base. According to the stats, more people are aging and the demand is going to increase in the coming years as well. So if you think that right now we're still demanding for more of that service, imagine what's going to happen in the future as well. And the lovely thing about this home health care is it's all on a spectrum. Some people require 2 hours of help every day, 3 hours, 4 hours. Whereas there are some people who require full-time care. They need a living assistant that stays there day in, day out. So you already have so many opportunities because some people can go in and work a few hours. Some can work for longer, just living with the client and helping them out. And mind you, they pay more depending on how many hours you spend there, which then brings us to number 1, senior care services. If there's any industry that is positioned to benefit from the aging population, it is senior care services. Every single day, people are bound to retire. And many of them will need care with their ADLs, personal care, medication, transportation, even companionship, and that is where this service comes in. The thing I love most about senior care is that it's not driven by social media trends. It has no choice than to happen. People have to age, and aging people will always need help. This is a need-based business. People don't need to like you or want you, but they need you. This business have an advantage that most businesses do not have. You will always have need for care for aging people. Businesses that serve older people have an edge over others. And that's because people are bound to age. You cannot control aging. You can control beauty or how you look, but the body is what is aging, and an aging body needs help. And that is why this took number 1 on my list of businesses you should start that have very low chances of failing. Now, did you notice anything about all the businesses I mentioned? People cannot do without them. People need to use them. They cannot do without it. And the lovely thing is, these are low-key businesses. You don't see people showing off on social media when they have these businesses, or you don't also need influencers to help you market it. It just sells on its own. You only need to be good. The business will sell itself. There are so many services that all of us are going to need at some point in our life. And that is why I group together all these businesses, because I believe they are top notch if you're trying to go into a business. Always remember that the biggest opportunities are always hiding in plain sight. It is the thing that you see every single day, but you don't realize how much money they make. So instead of you going about looking for aesthetic businesses or what's trending right now, ask yourself, what are people still going to be paying for in the next 10 years? And then go for that. That is where the real money is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, hype, and do all the good things, and I'll see you guys in my next one, and I hope you found this video useful. All right, bye.